Hello students, today in this video I am going to share hints related to question number 43 to question number 46, continuing with our topic of debt to equity ratio. So let us begin with the first question. What it is saying, see question number 43, when debt to equity is 2, that means debt to equity ratio is 2:1, state giving reason whether this ratio will increase, decrease or will have no change in each of the following cases. Now this type of sums we have already done, right? In liquid ratio and current ratio we have done. So let us see here what effect will it have. Now first of all, what we'll do, we'll write the ratio, that is debt to equity ratio is commonly given as 2:1. So let us write question number 43. Let us first write the formula. Formula is debt divided by equity, right? And which is given to us, as we know that debt is long term and this is shareholders fund. Now this is given to us as 2:1. So debt ratio is given as 2:1. So let us imagine as 20 lakh and 10 lakh. I'll take 20 lakh and 10 lakh because here the figure which are given are large in amount. Okay, so I'll take that way, that is 20 lakh and equity as 10 lakh. I'm taking debts as 20 lakh and equity as 10 lakh as an imaginary figure. Whatever you want to take, imagine your figure, but your answer should be 2:1. Now starting with the first one, it is saying sale of land, book value 4 lakh for 5 lakh. So you have sold your land for 5 lakh, which book value was 4 lakh rupees. Now you got a profit of 1 lakh rupees, right? Now do we have effect of profit in our debt and equity? Debt will not get affected here because debt is related to long term loans and advances, but equity, will it get affected? Yes, it will get affected because equity also includes profit. If there's profit in the firm, it belongs to the owner of the firm. So if there is any profit, it belongs to the owner directly. So there's a profit of 1 lakh rupees, right? There's a profit of 1 lakh because you have sold a land of 4 lakh for 5 lakh. So if there's a profit, so it will get added in equity. So your debts will stay same, that is 20 lakh, but your equity will become 11 lakh. Now 20 lakh divided by 11 lakh will give you 1.81. okay, so your ratio is decreasing here. So you can give the reason that as it increases the equity, or you can show the working, or you can write the reason in written, that as it is increasing the value of equity, as a profit increases the value of equity, the ratio will decrease. Okay, this was first one. Now coming to second one, what it is saying, issue of equity shares for purchase of plant and machinery is worth rupees 10 lakh. You have purchased plant and machinery for rupees 10 lakh, but instead of cash you have issued your equity share of the firm. That means you have given your shares instead of cash. Now here again your debt will not be affected because here there is no loan, but your equity will increase again by rupees 10 lakh. So your equity will be that is 10 lakh plus 10 lakh, it will become 20 lakh. Okay, so 20 lakh divided by 20 lakh, again that will decrease your ratio. Okay, you can solve it easily. I am just explaining you that it will again increase the value of equity, and you can show the working. Now see next what it is saying, issue of preference shares for redemption of 13% debentures worth rupees 10 lakh. Okay, now you have redeemed your debentures and instead of cash you have given them preference share. But before this, students, please get one idea here. Whenever you are redeeming your debentures, that means whenever you have to pay back the debentures, you have to first convert it into your current liability, and then they are given to the debenture holders. So suppose in 2020 you are supposed to pay your debentures. Okay, so when you are paying your debentures in 2020, in the beginning of 2020 only your debentures will get converted into current liabilities. So for that current year in which the debentures are to be converted, they are considered as current liability, because for that year you are supposed to pay that amount. So in whichever year the debentures are to be paid, for that year it is directly converted into this current liabilities. So for this year it will be included in current liabilities. So your current liabilities will get paid off, but your preference share will increase, and preference share is part of equity here. Okay, so your equity again will increase. Supposing your debts were 20 lakh, here I am keeping my debt as 20 lakh, I am not decreasing my debts. Though debenture is part of, please listen to this carefully, though debentures are part of debt, but in the year which we are paying the debentures, in that year it is converted into current liabilities. For this year it is not included in this because it is getting redeemed. So this will stay same, but for this you are not paying, for this debentures you are not paying them cash, instead you are giving them your preference shares. So your preference share will get increased again. For example, so there's amount also, that is 10 lakh. So of 10 lakh it gets repaid, so again your equity will get increased by 10 lakh. So it will add to your equity. Your equity was 10 lakh, 10 lakh equity was already there, plus more preference share will come, so that will give you 20 lakh. Okay, so again 20 lakh divided by 20 lakh will reduce your ratio. I hope this is clear. Okay, now let us begin with another question, that is question number 44. Debt to equity ratio. Here the debt to equity ratio is 0.5:1. Which of the following suggestion would increase, decrease or not change it? Okay, again this is the same concept. So here for question number 44, sorry, we'll assume debt as, because ratio is 0.5:1, so we can assume it as 50,000 and equity as 1 lakh. Okay, now looking at the first one, issue of equity shares. Now issue of equity share, what will it happen? It will give you cash, because when you are issuing equity share your cash comes in, but your equity shares get increased. Okay, again here your equity share will increase from one amount whatever you decide or whatever you assume. Supposing I am assuming of 50,000 equity shares are more issued, so my 50,000 equity shares will be increased, so it will be 1,50,000 and debts remaining same. So 50,000 divided by 1,50,000, what will do? It will give you answer 0.33. so here your debt ratio will decrease again. Okay, looking at the next one, cash received from debtors. See, cash received from debtors, it will increase your cash and decrease your debtors, but it will not affect your debts or equity, so there will be no change here. Okay, then next one, what it is saying, redemption of debentures. Now see, redemption of debentures is saying, but by preference share, by what it is not said, so we'll assume that it is redeemed by cash. That means you have paid cash to debenture holders. Now when you are paying cash to debenture holders, what will do? Will it affect? Will it decrease your debts? You are paying to your debenture holders, you are paying your debts, that means it will decrease your debts, right? No, it will not decrease your debts, because here only I explained you, for that year when it is redeemed, it is converted into current liabilities for that year. So for this year it would be your current liability, and from current liability you are paying out your cash. It will have no effect on your debts and no effect on your equity, because you are not paying in form of any preference shares or equity, you are giving them cash. So cash will also cash will have no effect on this, and debts will also have no effect on this. Now next one is purchase goods on credit. Now you think yourself that purchase on goods on credit will have effect or not. This is very simple. Think that will it have any effect on your debts or equity. Now see, Question number 45, what it is saying, assuming that debts to equity ratio is 2:1. Again, you can assume it as 2 lakh or 1 lakh, as amounts are not given, or 20 lakh or 10 lakh, whatever you want. State giving reason which of the following transaction would increase, decrease, not alter debt, that is there will be no change in debt to equity ratio. Okay. So starting with the first one, again, issue of new shares for cash. Issue of new shares for cash. Here also again you have to imagine this 2:1. I have already told you. When you are issuing shares for cash, your cash will come in and your equity will increase as same as this. So you can do your working. Okay. The next one is conversion of debentures into equity share. It is same as this, but here what is the difference? That is, you are issuing equity shares to them. That means your debentures will have, that means your debt will have no effect. Okay, if you assume your debts here as 20 lakh for question number 45, if you assume your debts to be 20 lakh and your equity to be 10 lakh, as ratio is this 2:1. Okay, so if you assume this, and when you are converting your debentures into equity, debentures will have no effect because debenture must be converted into current liability for this year, but you are giving them equity. That means you are giving them your shares. That means it will add your equity. If this is example, I am adding 1 lakh. That means if I am that is redeeming the debentures of 1 lakh, so and I am giving them 1 lakh as my equity share instead of cash. Okay, redemption means when you are paying back the debentures. Okay, so this will again increase my equity to 11 lakh and this will stay as 20 lakh. So here again your debt to equity ratio will decrease because 20 lakh divided by 11 lakh we have already done here also. It will give you 1.81. Okay. The next one is sale of fixed asset at profit. This is as same as what we did here in question number 1. Then purchase of fixed asset for long term deferred payment basis. Now see, you are purchasing your asset and instead of paying them cash, what you are paying you are doing is long term deferred payment basis. That means you will pay them in parts and that too in long term. That means this is your long term debt. This is adding to your long term debt. So your long term debt, suppose you are purchasing your fixed asset of rupees 5 lakh, so this will increase your debt. That means if I add 5 lakh here, so my debts will be 25 lakh. Okay, because I am purchasing my fixed assets, and equity stays same as 10 lakh. So 25 lakh divided by 10 lakh, so it will give you 2.5. So here your ratio will increase as your debts are increasing and there is no change in equity. Okay, and the last one is payment to creditors. This is as same as this. Sorry, it's not same because but relates to this. Here you have purchased goods on credit, it will increase your creditors and inventories, and here your cash will decrease and your creditor will also decrease, but it will not have any effect on your debt to equity ratio because we do not consider credit or cash in debt to equity, so there will be no change here. Okay, now talking about the last sum, that is question number 46 of this topic. From the following balance sheet of ABC Limited, calculate debt to equity ratio. When the balance sheet is given, it becomes very simple for you to find out, because what you have to find is debt to equity. Simply your long term debts are given here as 2,50,000. Okay, you got your debts, and equity means what? Shareholders fund, which is given here, that is your shares are given to you as 10 lakh, and reserves are also part of shareholders fund, which is given as 2,40,000. So your total equity will be 12,40,000 and your debts are 2,50,000. 2,50,000 divided by 12,40,000, you will get your debt to equity ratio. Okay, so here with this we'll end at this topic, debt to equity ratio, and we'll start with another topic as soon as you complete these sums. Okay, thank you.